Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to another episode of Effort Friday here on the channel. In today's episode, we're gonna go into Sonic Origins Plus. That's right, Plus. I got the expansion for this one, and basically what that entails is that we have a new character, Amy Rose, that we can play as in Sonic 1, Sonic CD, Sonic 2, and Sonic 3. Basically, she attacks with her Pico Pico hammer. If you want a comparison, it's like Sonic with the Ista Shield, except I think it does a little bit more than that. Um, just based on a little bit that I've played. But what came included with that pack, if you can see here, we live the 12 classic Sonic or Game Gear classic titles. We have the Game Gear on the Sonic Origins Plus. A lot of people bitch and complain that these were not the Master System's versions, but I mean, I understand their point, but you know, at least we got this, but this is gonna be a bitch, definitely. I plan on doing an LP of these mainline Game Gear series here, but I think for a couple of these, we're gonna save these for an Effort Friday because they don't really warrant a full LP, and I want to show off at least a Game Gear game to get started. So we're gonna go with Sonic Drift here. 1994 on the SEGA Game Gear. This was Sega's answers to Mario Kart. Why it was released on such... Golly! Let me see if I could lower that just a little bit. Hopefully that would do it there. Alright. So we're back here now on the Sega screen. This was basically, like I said, Sonic's answer to Mario Kart, which, why would you put a product on normal? Okay. Let's go ahead and look at the fucking... Alright, Chaos GP, green, yellow, and red. Let's go ahead and start with the green. You can choose between Sonic, Eggman, Tails, and Amy. Not really much of a difference. Eggman is slow to start, but he can gain some traction. Sonic, I think, is just your regular average of the mill here. I believe you go through 6 rounds of basically all the Sonic 1 courses and different variations of it. You have Green Hill, Marbles, Spring Yard, Labyrinth, and Starlight and Scrap Brain to go through the end. You've raced against the other players here. You use the B button to help you, to guide yourself. You use the A button to brake, and you want to drift. That is the name of the game for Sonic Drift. And, let go of the gas, everyone announce it again. You'll come across these monitors. Red ones gives you speed. The blue ones are invincibility. Springs will help you move forward, but when you hit a spring, you end up losing your invincibility. The timing of the invincibility, though, I couldn't tell you how that works because sometimes I swear it lasts forever, and I just happen to miss that one. You can collect 2 rings and push up on the D-pad. You could use your special character's attributes. Sonic is basically more speed. I think Tails makes you jump. Eggman throws a projectile that you can run into, and I do believe Amy... I have no idea what the fuck Amy does. But you can see here there are 6 races you go through. You grade it based on points based off your place. Marble Zone is next. Now, there is a way to quote-unquote beat the game involving all GP. Like, I think you have to place first on all the Chaos GPs, and I think you get a special ending for it. But I never really took the time to bother learning how to do that because it's just a racing game here. There we go. Avoid that so that way I don't lose the invincibility. Ow! Fuck, man. Alright, so 4 rings. There we go. Fuck! Okay, that's cool, that's cool. That's fine, made it to the end anyways. That's cool. Minute 10 seconds. Not bad for a course. Eggman was second, Tails was third, Amy was fourth. Of course, you can probably tell it's like rubber banding here in this sumbitch, so you just want to be careful with that. Spring Yard Zone, here we go. I would say, though, like for 8-bit and for the backgrounds, like they really do look respective of their zones that they're trying to emulate. So Uh, and I do believe that I think Sonic Drift, if I'm not mistaken, if this is the first one or the second one, but I think this was a Japanese only game. If I'm not, if we're going to be completely honest here, I think Sonic Drift never, one of the games never made it to America. That's for sure. I know that, but the other ones, yeah. Which is kind of odd because just like we had Sonic Drift, I think America got Sonic Drift too, so it's just like very confusing. Of course, like how it went from Final Fantasy 3 to Final Fantasy 7 in the States. You know, it's like everyone's like, where the fuck is 4, 5, and 6? But it's just like, nah, fuck it. You've had 4 and 6 all along. But, and then of course you had Mystic Quest in replacement of 5. And if you haven't played Mystic Quest, great fucking music. Easy as shit game though. Baby's first RPG. There we go. Halfway through, we are now into Labyrinth Zone. Let's go ahead, keep it moving, shaking and baking. Music in this game, very limited, but at least the pieces themselves are not bad. I really do like the invincibility theme. There we go. Yeah, as you can see, like as you go later into later levels, some of this shit can be really fucking frustrating here, and I'm missing the. There we go. And I'm sure as shit missing the invincibility. Damn it. Missed it again. Alright, got the speed boost that time. Oh, look at that. It's already over. That's the thing is like these courses are really fucking short as well, and it's just like it begs the question like why even bother trying to have this complete with Mario Kart when Mario Kart was on a 16-bit system, even though it has aged horribly control wise. But you know Mario Kart is on 16 bits on a system where everyone had access to. Game Gear, not a lot of people had it. I mean, like very innovative for its time, but I'm not sure how many people really bought into it because of the whole situation and the battery life being as sucking as horribly as it did. But very innovative for its time. Game Gear, I think, was the first. I think the first system to have a color screen. If not that, probably the Atari Lynx, probably the only one I could think of. But you know, it was very like it was innovative for its time. There were some accessories that you had for it. At one time, there was a Game Gear accessory where you can actually watch television shows on your Game Gear back when everything was all analog instead of digital. Before that whole digital transition and all that stuff. I mean, like, it was nuts. Game Gear was great, but again, the biggest thing against it was that it took 6 batteries and only lasted maybe like 3 hours, if that. So just, oh, cross the finish line, dude. There you go. So it's like you went through a lot of batteries quick unless you bought the plug attachment, which kind of defeated the purpose of mobile gaming. But yeah, it was something. Round 6, Scrap Brain Zone, the final one of the game. Or the Chaos Cup here. The only difference between the red, yellow, and green cups is just that the track design is different, but it's the same 6 areas, same courses, same music. You're just going through the basically just different designs of it, just like how in. Ooh, go, 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 go. Eggman's catching up. There we go. Come on. Beautiful. Hit that spring in the middle and you just keep going straight forward and it'll definitely help you. Whoa. Getting back into the groove of it at least. I played this like via the first time I played these series of games, it was via the Sonic Adventure DX port on the Nintendo GameCube back in the day. You get that basically by unlocking emblems, and you get the Game Gear games along with it. That's how I came across pretty much all these Game Gear titles. I remember Sonic 2 from my childhood, and that game being tough as balls. But everything else, yeah, came from that originally. Now I have it for here, so it's like I do plan to do an LP of the mainline Game Gear games for the channel. So there's gonna be short little things in between, but you know what? I've been wanting, if I can get some more old school stuff, some of the old school systems on there, show off what it was like and everything like that, I'll be more than happy to do it. You are number 1. See you in the next GP. And you can see Eggman's flag and Tails. And there you go. Do that for 2 more GPs. And pretty much gain the true ending of the game. But you know what? I'm not going to bother doing that. It is what it is. But I do want to thank you guys for watching this episode of Effort Friday. Do appreciate it. Next time we come back on the channel, of course, we'll be with some more Paper Mario. Until then, do like to thank you guys for watching. Hope you have yourselves a fantabulous day. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Good night.